Today, I'm going to show you how to create this kind of colorful gradient background using DaVinci Resolve Fusion page. Go to the Edit page, open the Effect library, go to Effect and drag Fusion composition into your timeline. Adjust the length of the composition to match the duration you need. Place your playhead over the Fusion composition in your timeline. Now click the Fusion tab and go to the Fusion page. If you have a limited workspace, you can expand the workspace so you can clearly see what is happening in the node area. Now, to make the background, let's start adding our nodes. Add the background node. By default, the background is black. Let's change the color of the background node. Select the background node. In the inspector, change the color type from solid to gradient. This way we can get a lot of colors to work with. Now you can add multiple colors. For example, add yellow, add blue, and another color if you want more variations. You can choose any colors, it depends on your preference. Change the gradient type, in this case for the purposes of this particular video. Change the gradient type to angle. You will see a control icon, the gradient handle in the viewer. Drag it around to position the gradient however you like. If you can't grab it easily, use the start and end values in the inspector. You can also rotate the gradient to get different looks. You may notice that some colors like the yellow and blue look too sharp where they meet. To fix this, let's add a blur node. Now increase the blur value. You can keep it settled or increase it depending on the look you want. Now that we are done with this part, how do we actually animate them? To do the animation, let's add color corrector node. With the color corrector node selected, go to the inspector. Now, change the range from master to mid-tones, but it depends on you. You can keep it on master or shadows or highlights. In this case, we just keep the mid-tones. And then we are going to use the hue to set our animation. As you can see already, now that is master. If we set it to shadows, this is what it will look like. Not very bright as compared to the master. How about highlight? This is how it will look. We set to highlight. Can see it's very settled on the other parts, but in this case we are going to use the mid-tones. Now go to frame 0 and set keyframe and pull the all the way down to -1, and then go to the end of the clip. It depends on how far you want it to go, and then set it to 1. Now open the spline, check the colors, zoom to fit, and select all. For us to get the animation to be continuous regardless of the length of the clip, we are going to set this loop. So we set the loop this way. Even if we stretch the length of the clip, it continues like this throughout the whole clip. Now when you play through it, this is how it will look. It will be slow because there is a distance between them. But if you want it to be faster enough, you can bring the keyframes together. Or you can make the keyframes very close and it will be very fast. If you want this particular background, you can grab it in the description below. But if you want something like what you see on the screen where you can just use it on the edit page without having to open the Fusion page, but always just get this subtle movement in the background where you can adjust them and the look and do many different stuff with it, then check the description below and grab that particular background also for your edits to look premium. Now if you want to make a background like this one, check this video next.